Okay, let's go ahead and open up Procreate again. And you should see several hand projects on here. You're going to want to make sure you choose the one that has your initials with your hand. So mine is WC hand. If you do not see your project there, then you need to go to your Google Drive and open up the project in Google Drive. And that will open it up, and then it will open up in Procreate. So if you have a problem with that, you need to let me know if your item is missing from the Procreate app. All right, so I see mine's here, so I'm going to go ahead and tap it and open it, and it's ready to go. So now I'm going to add colors to the different sections of my hand. You don't want the same colors touching, so I wouldn't put blue and blue here. You want to separate those and use a variety of colors per section. Now remember, we have to have a new layer, okay, for each color. So I'm going to open up my layer here, and I can see that my last layer was the sky. So now I'm going to come to the plus sign and add a layer. Okay, there we go. And you can choose whichever section you want to begin with first. And I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to go with red, and move this over here to it so it's more of a bright red. Okay, and then make sure that I have the right brush, because I need to make sure that I'm using the charcoal burnt tree. All right, so now I'm going to come into this area here, and I'm going to make sure I'm on a different layer. I am. And I'm going to come in and start adding this red here. Now you can see here that some of my purple is on that black line. Don't worry, because we will come back and we will clean that up. So don't have to worry about that. And don't forget, you can lower the size of your brush to make it easier going along the lines, to make it cleaner. And you also want to have some pressure on the pen as you are going along. And we don't want to fill it in completely solid, but we don't want like all this white showing. We want to make sure that we take care of that. But we do want some of the white showing through. Or they use the term bleeding through. Okay, I'm going to reduce the size of my brush here. I keep wanting to call it a pencil, and that's because my stylus looks like a pencil. Okay, so that looks good. So now what I'm going to do is add another layer, and I'm going to go to my next area. I'm going to choose orange. Yes, it's going to be orange. And I'm going to go in and fill in this area here. So you go ahead and you start filling in your sections. Each one should be a different color and a different layer. So I want to remind you that the less you get on the black line, the less you have to clean. So just remember that. And also to remember to add a layer for each new color that you're using. I think I'm going to do a lime green. And just try to stay in the line, because we will have to go through each layer and clean off the black line for each layer. Okay, keep working. Okay, so you can see, sorry about the lighting, but I have filled in every single section with a different color. And here's all of my different layers that I have going on. So every color should have a layer. So now I'm going to save this or share this as a Procreate file. Go to the wrench, share, and Procreate. And once again, I'm going to walk through the process. This is our backup in case something were to happen to your project inside the Procreate app. Here's the Google Drive. There's the name of the file. Come down here. My name's already chosen. select folder, my drive, artwork, save here, upload. And now it's going to upload to my Google Drive. Okay, it's almost finished loading. And there we go. Okay, so it's successful. So now I can close this. Okay, and I'm done with Procreate. So remember, when we are finished, you want to double click the home button, get rid of the tabs, go to your Google Classroom, tap on the icon at the top, manage the accounts, and you want to remove yourself from the iPad.